Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hands up, wait!
Check 52 to Mike. You. Check 3.
Hey.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run the draw here with Pumphrey.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A Fort Lauderdale native back near home, Giovanni Bernard. A big play there on the option. Give him 55 yards on the ground. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Fielded about a yard deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
Alert! We got it!
Now Balaj. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. They'll run here with Balaj. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now it's Rosen. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go,
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Everyone's got 4 down.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Dalton sets up play action. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
93, 52, 93, 44. 44. There you go.
Throwing again. Dalton gets it to his running back, Bernard. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Rosen on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Stills the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
The tackle made by Reggie Ragland. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Max 50, Max 50. Here we go.
Watch this.
Me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Showing up.
Here we go. 10. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh?
From the 44, Dalton. He'll get this complete to Batson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They run with Pumphrey. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st down, Bengals.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tackle.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Kill.
On 2nd down, Bernard. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
1st and 10 for Dalton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
93, 52, 93, 44. There you go. Regular.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Devontae Parker unable to hang on, and it's 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
third down, Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Middle.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And this is incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Mike, 36. Quarter.
Again, it's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. They'll get 34 yards there. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Fight it.
50. Mike 50.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here.
Dalton. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Hands up.
Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
VAT!
Defense wins championship.
2x2. Move!
Play action here with Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
52's the mic. Get in the white room.
Hey, exit.
New mic 52. Mic 52.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Going deep for Eifert. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald.
Dolphins pass. Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
On the left side, this is Stills. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deep.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Sack City, baby.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
36.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long.
52. 52. Bravo. Yo.
No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52. We got night. Some go night.
Check 52.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
368.
On first down, Bernard. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Christian Wilkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And Eifert has it. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Get ready.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground with Drake. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch 36. 35.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punches.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Hard.
52, Mike, 52.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack to lose.
It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. Rosen on 1st and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Carl Lawson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Justin Watson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On the draw, it's Pumphrey. And they see right through that defensively. as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And it's third down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Hey, Haywood! Hey, let's get that home. 552. Blue dead. Hey, Mike 50.
Dalton here from the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Jim. Fight this. Hey, Zoo. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Yeah, let's get set.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Leaping, and he makes the grab. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Check 50. Hey. Hands up.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Alert. 52. Hey, Charlie.
Here's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
52. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, Orbit. 52. Man, I got you. Hey, Mike 52. Right here, right? 80. Mike 52.
Rosen will throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Let's go,
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of see.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Andy Dalton. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They're all through now in that game in Tampa. And the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans, they've got it in cruise control right now. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From midfield now, here's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Ready?
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Hands up! Lead! Watch the run! Watch the run! There you go! 368! 52! 52! Cut! Cut! Heavy! Big up!
Oh, passing it. Dalton. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for Josh Malone.
The Bengals on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11. Now Dalton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,